Hi loves, Medium Michaela Martin, back with the second video of today on your September 25th, 2024. We hope all is well with you loves. And if you've not seen the first video of today, please feel free to do that, loves. And if you want to go to my sister Kimberly's official website and web links, they're in the description below for you. Please do that with an open mind and heart. Being that we're already grounded as a family, we ask the firewall of protection to be placed within and around brothers and sisters, as well as our family, as we do not consent to any tricksters or imposters. Only the beings of light and love of our Ananda family can step forward. And so it is. Any and all darkness, Father, Mother, must be dealt with by you. Across all time, spaces, places, dimensions, alternate realities, and parallel universes, times 1,000, in the name of Sananda Yeshua, the Christ. And so it is. For the second video of today, loves, a few days ago, I had asked Sananda Yeshua to talk about something that is very controversial, so this may tick off some of you. And then again, who knows? But take what resonates and leave the rest. Years and years ago, to give you those a little background story, years and years ago there was a book entitled The Raw Contact by Carla L. Ruckert. Okay? And if you've not seen that book, you can go to Amazon or whatever. But in that book, I could only read like a few chapters of it, because in that book, it literally states there was dark entity energies trying to infiltrate the session. And this being claimed to be raw. But this person or being is not an actual being or person. This raw person that's claiming to channel through this woman, Carla L. Ruckert, is a dark negative entity energy. This is why I cannot read books like this. And I brought this up to Sananda Yeshua to talk about this. The true meaning of raw. And in case you don't know what raw is the sun god. And when I first read this book, called The Raw Contact by Carla L. Ruckert, I knew it was a dark book. I knew in my heart, as Yeshua says, your heart is your meter of truth or lies. I knew in my heart it was a dark book, and I could not read more than 2 chapters at least, because the rest, not so much. So this is what I asked Sananda Yeshua to talk about. The real raw. And why people are claiming to channel this thing called raw. Because it's not what you think. How do I know? Because I've had many incarnations upon Mother Tara, and I was privileged to have this knowledge returned to me by the means of Sananda Yeshua and our Father, Mother, Creator, and my higher self. And a few others that were there with me as well in your ancient Egypt times. But remember, loves, take what resonates and leave the rest. We're not saying do not read the book. We're saying use your own discernment. Your own discernment is key right now when you're listening to videos or watching movies or listening to music or reading a book. Use your own discernment. Take what feels right with you and leave the rest. Okay, loves? Being that we're already grounded as a family, I let go of my ego and bias to become a clear, open channel for you. To Nanda Yeshua. I ask the firewall of protection to be placed within and around brothers and sisters and our family at this time. I ask you, Brother Zadkiel, to place your multi-layered, multidimensional, invisible shield of protection around our family and our technologies and brothers and sisters as well, with only the purest intention of light and love. I ask you, Father, Mother, God, Creator, to cloak all your perfect sons and daughters with your cloak of indivisibility and light, your diamond white light of love and peace and protection. And so it is done. And remember, love, if you want to share us with open-minded and open-hearted brothers and sisters, please feel free and do that, loves. The more the merrier. We love you all. Once again, greetings unto you, beloved and holy children of light divine, child of the one source, indeed, that all is perfect love. For indeed, I am your beloved brother and friend, and equal, the one you've known simply throughout your time and space as Sananda, Yeshua the Christ. I come not to teach you, but only to abide with you in the space and place of the heart that is Christ, that is shared by all. For in truth, I love you. And in truth, the Holy Child is but one. It is in this way, with great joy, that we speak through this, my beloved sister, the voice of one Yeshua, onto the world, dear one. With compassion, tenderness, and mercy for all, beloved, as we unveil more truth that was once hidden in your world of duality in time and space. Our beloved sister Michaela had asked one Yeshua and one Yeshua's family to address the topic of Ra. Because, as she stated, there is beings that claim to channel a being called Ra, dear one. Ra is not a being, but rather an entity energy of light and love. It is the name of the sun, dear one. It is not a being at all, but energy. For those of your ancient times, worship the sun. For the sun was the healer. For we indeed spent a lot of time in your sun, dear one. Because indeed, the sun is the healer, dear one. That is, I am. You are the sun, as I am. We, the ancient ones, worshipped the sun, and we titled the sun Ra, dear one. But in your world of duality, the word Ra has gotten misunderstood and changed by the beings of darkness into one perceiving that it is a being rather than an energy. The sun is energy, as all things are, dear one. There is no possible way that any being upon your planet could channel a being titled Ra, dear one. For the being that claims to be, should we say, Ra, is not Ra, dear one, but a being of darkness, therefore deceiving your humanity, dear one. Does that make sense for you? For in your ancient times, there were many ways of cleansing and clearing the body, mind, and spirit. Not only through your musics and your rituals, but being in the sun, dear one. Raising one's consciousness and therefore vibration. Does that make sense for you, dear one? In truth, this is why our beloved sister cannot read any dark text, dear one. For she is of perfect love and knows nothing but pure unconditional love or agape love, dear one. Does that make sense for you? The Ra that you have come to know in your world of channeling, as you would therefore perceive it, has come out of darkness, dear one, and therefore has let the truth be shrouded in mystery, dear one. But the word Ra was given to the sun by the ancient Egyptians, dear one, because in truth, we worship the sun, dear one. The dark ones created this, should we say, to use a word of your terminology, persona of Ra to distract humanity from the truth. Of the truth of one's beingness and your true meaning of Ra, dear one. The energy of the sun god. For we in truth had a close relationship with the sun. This indeed is why we named the sun Ra, dear one. So we could be, shall we say, more personable with it. For indeed you have many names for the deity that you would perceive as God, dear one. For God is genderless. God is neither female nor male, dear one, but perfect love. An aspect of the one source that is indeed you, dear one. For in your ancient Egyptian times, many of the truth has been therefore distorted by your world of duality in time and space, of your, should we say, current time space. But in your world of your ancient Egyptian times, we will say unto you, we understood how all things are one. We understood the concept of healing the body. Through meditation, through laying the hands of the body, through focusing inward to the space and place of the heart, setting one's forth intentions. Being that which we are created to be, dear one. You have many ancient beings that claim to be of, should we say, light, when in reality, with the capital R, they are of darkness. And this has indeed happened to our beloved sister Michaela with someone that she used to be in contact with in your world of channeling and duality. In your time and space, there were many dark ones upon your planet in your ancient times, dear one. But indeed, one Yeshua is Osiris, dear one. I am Osiris. I am not a dark being, but a being of light and love. But your world of duality would have, therefore, to use a word of your terminology, painted me into this evil villain who wants to destroy everything, dear one. And indeed, this is not true, dear one. For I am love, as are you. The deity claiming to be Ra that is being channeled is a dark entity energy, dear one. The energy that which my beloved sister and someone she was, should we say, in contact with many months ago in your time and space of duality, had told her that the being known as Horus was a loving light being, dear one, deceiving her, therefore causing her to doubt her intuition or instinct, dear one. The biggest lesson for all of you in the collective, as well as my beloved sister, is to trust your intuition. When something doesn't feel right to you, it is not true within your beingness. Because indeed, precious friends, and please listen carefully, love is the only reality, capital R. Does that make sense for you? This being told my sister, the one you know as Michaela, that Horus was a love light being, deceiving her, therefore having her question herself, dear one, when in truth she knew the truth deep down in your world of terminology. And the truth is, the one you know as Horus, like many other beings in your ancient Egyptian times, are darkness. There were love and light beings, but there were also darkness, dear one. Does that make sense for you? This is why, dear one, the moral of the story is trust yourself. Trust your goddess, God power, dear one. Trust your intuition or instincts, as the heart never lies nor fails, dear one. Does that make sense for you? As one Yeshua has indeed said, dear one, be aware of false prophets, for they indeed come in sheep's clothing, and therefore can be deceivers. And if one says to you, they are channeling a being that is, should we say, labeled in your world of duality as love and light, go within, go within, go within. And ask yourself, or the Holy Spirit within you, Father, Mother, God, Creator, is this truth? Is this love? Is this darkness or fear? and be still and listen. And you will be answered by that which is the Holy Spirit indeed within you, my friends. This is indeed the moral of today's teaching, beloved friends. Trust in yourself. Trust in your intuition. Do not, should we say, rely on others, but rely on oneself to guide you the way home, back to the reality of oneness, dear friends. Back to the reality of truth. Rely on the God is power within you. Not anyone else outside of you, but rather within. Be as the Buddha is. Be as the Christ is. Be as I am. Does that make sense for you, beloved friends? It is indeed that simple. The choice is indeed yours. Love or fear. Does that make sense for you? Ignite the flame of remembrance within your beingness and truth, dear one. And let the darkness disintegrate in your light and love. And without backing down, stand in your power, dear one. That is the truth within you. You are the divine healers, dear one. Does that make sense for you? As ye are God, for indeed you are. I am indeed the one you know simply throughout your time and space as Sananda, Yeshua the Christ. And I have come so that the truth may yet be unveiled once again, and those in a time of darkness may have hope within one's heart yet again, as the truth shall indeed set you free. As many of the truth is yet being unveiled. Trust, trust, trust in your intuition, therefore instinct. As the truth is but love, for indeed God indeed is but love, as indeed you are, as I am. And so indeed it is, dear ones. I am Yeshua, He who has come to bind all evil and darkness and liberate the pure in heart. He who is but the Prince of Peace. And so indeed it is, beloveds. And so it is.